Hey everyone, welcome to my 2026 yearly bullet journal setup. It's been a little while since I've created a video, and I thought what better time to get back into the bullet journal game than at the start of a brand new year. I've been pretty busy lately. I moved back to my home state and I hadn't had any of my studio set up for art and recording. So going into this theme, I really wanted something very quick and simple. And I just set the bar really low and decided that I would just create a color palette that I really enjoyed and go from there. So I picked out a font that I kind of liked for these letters, and I thought I would just like freehand sketch them, which did take like 20 minutes, so I don't really know why I thought it was a good idea to also outline them and color them in by hand, but I decided to go for it. I chose this pretty dark blue color, which is not usually a color that I go for. If you've watched any of my other videos, I mostly do pastel colors, so it's pretty unfamiliar for me to use these dark colors, but I wanted something that would go with this cute PET tape that I got from the Washi Tape Shop. And there's just so many cute designs on here, and there's just really a huge variety of options before they repeat themselves. So I'll be using these in the journal, and they definitely made for a quick and easy setup. So I've used washi tape before, but this was my first time using this PET style of stickers or tape, whatever you call it. So they were putting up a pretty good fight with some of the more intricate leaves and, designs that have little flimsy elements. It's also wintertime. It's very dry and staticky where I am, so I felt like as soon as I got the stickers near the paper kind of just like sucked them in. So some of them just ended up where they ended up. A few of them I tried to rearrange a little bit, which you can do with these stickers, so that's really nice. But yeah, it was a new experience with these stickers, but overall I did really like them. I like that there's like a clear background on them, and it makes it really nice for kind of deciding where to place all of them. So the other darker color I chose for this color palette is this really pretty mauve color, and I thought it complemented the dark blue really well, and of course all of the floral accents and designs on the stickers. So originally I just drew like one line, or I had it in my mind that I was just going to draw one line around the 2026, and then I thought it looked kind of bare, so I drew another line, and I was like, oh, that'll create a cute border, and then I looked at it and I was like, this still looks empty. So I just decided to fill it in with the pink fully, and that is how that cover page turned out. And then I had some other stickers. There's some really cute words and phrases and stuff throughout this sticker set. So I decided to make like a little quote page on this other side. And it says, "A season is in bloom," and I used this faux washi tape underneath it, and I just thought it was a cute little accent page to the main cover. So here's a closer look at those pages, and as you can see, it's all coming together pretty quickly and easily. So I did do a bullet journal setup for 2025, and I found there were a lot of pages that I just never ended up using. So I kind of kept them more intentional and concise this time around. But I am still starting with the classic future log pages because I think they're a really good way to start a bullet journal. I also found these adorable wreath stickers, and I just had to use them. I decided to just put the first letter of each month inside of them. And then below those, there will be a mini calendar. And below that, you have an area for just writing down different events or birthdays or whatever little things that you want to remember for each month, because the year gets so busy and it's just nice to have a place to jot everything down. So that's kind of the idea behind the future log. I did only do January through June on these pages because I find that usually my bullet journal is kind of filled up by the halfway point of the year. So I just started with the first 6 months, and then we'll go from there, whether I decide to start a new journal or maybe make a midway year mini setup for the second half of the year. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really just taking it month by month these days. So I'm just randomly going through and placing down different stickers, whatever I thought looked cute here. I kind of have rough sketches in pencil, really light, that you can see kind of where the different lines and things will go that I want to draw in later, but I find it easier to add in the stickers first and then do all of the marker work later on. So I'm adding in some rows of colored lines under each of the calendars, and I'm switching between two different colors. This is a really pretty apricot color. And then I also have my classic light pink color, which if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I use all the time in just about every one of the spreads that I ever make. It's one of my favorite colors. I absolutely love the pastel light colors that Tombow has, but I feel like they have so few of them. And it drives me crazy because I'm obsessed with them. They lay down so beautifully. They're so forgiving. You can layer them up. They're great for drawing in different elements and lines like this and just breaking up the white space. So I thought these two colors were really lovely together and just kind of complemented the whole floral theme that we have going on here. These are definitely my favorite pages of the whole setup. I mean, the wreaths are just really selling it for me here. So moving on to the next set of pages here. And these are just some pages that I thought would be useful to have. Not sure if I'll end up using this first page or not, but it seemed like a good idea to start off my journal with having an area to write down different goals and aspirations for the year. So this is broken into 4 quadrants, each with a quarter that will be written at the top. And I'll just be able to write in any ideas or plans or goals that I have for the year. But I did make the mistake of drawing in the dark blue border before laying down the stickers, so I wish I hadn't done that, but such is life. You get in the flow and then you just forget about the order of things, but no big deal really. So I'm just writing in each quarter at the top of each quadrant, I guess, and I'm using a dark gray Pigma fine liner. And I just really love these fine liners, especially the larger sized ones. They're just, I don't know, really satisfying to write with. And I've just always liked the darker gray as a nice substitute for the solid black fine liners. I just think it gives a nice soft look, and with the dark blue and kind of darkish mauve pink color, I feel like it really complements the whole color palette really nicely. So yeah, kind of struggling with the sticker here a little bit, which just kind of kept happening with the larger stickers. I don't know, it could be a me thing, wouldn't be surprised, but overall these stickers do lift up pretty well and you can smooth them out pretty easily, so I would say overall they're pretty forgiving. And yeah, I didn't really have too many issues with them other than that. And then I'm just adding more little lines in here for each quarter and just varying the different pinks a little bit. Then over on this page, now this was a page I found very useful last year for as long as I remembered to use it anyhow. But this is a when did I last page. And basically you just write down when you last did things, because like I said, life gets crazy busy, we forget about things, and time just flies by way too fast. So I put things on here like when I changed the humidifier filter last, or when I vacuumed, or when I last dyed my hair. That one always gets away from me for some reason. I also have a section that's going to go at the bottom, and that is for my cat, Bean, who, if you all recall from my videos, has been doing wonderful. He's growing up so fast. He's such a good boy. But he has his own section for things like when I switch out his litter, vet appointments, nail clippings, things like that. Because again, life just goes by too fast, and it's just really nice to have a place to like look back and reference when something last happened. I highly recommend these pages. They were probably one of the most used pages that I actually remembered to come back to in my 2025 bullet journal setup. So cruising right along, that's another page setup. I think that this whole setup really only took me maybe like 2 hours to do, and that was between planning kind of the sketch mark and rough, idea of each page, and also I had to, contend with recording and different things for setup. So overall this was really quick and breezy, and I absolutely love using stickers for my bullet journal setups these days. So I'm not quite sure the future of this YouTube channel at this point. YouTube is currently trying to demonetize my channel, which I worked so hard last year to achieve. So I have like a week to get 400 watch hours or whatever. But I did find that this way of recording and this way of creating pages with the stickers was a lot easier for me. And I found a way to stop being so perfectionistic with my editing. So I really wanted to get back into my sticker sheets that I was starting to work on. If you've kind of watched any of my, I don't know, springtime, maybe February to May videos of last year, or I guess that was this year still, 2025. I was using a lot of stickers that I had created myself, and I really want to get back into doing that. And I do still love creating the bullet journal pages, even though I really don't fill them out much. I think I have like too messy of handwriting, so if I fill out my bullet journal pages, it kind of like detracts from the cuteness and the art and the whole aesthetic of the bullet journal page. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I really just enjoy the process of creating the pages themselves. So we'll see. Things are so busy right now. You know, I moved back to my home state. I'm working a ton. So I do want to keep making videos. I am going to try to be here and keep doing this for you guys. I love it. I love hearing from you all. And thank you to those of you who have reached out in the last month or so. It's so sweet that you guys noticed I was gone even. So sweet. So yeah, I really want to get back into these videos, but I am trying to kind of take the stress that was coming from doing 2 a month. I kind of want to take that off my shoulders. So I'm going to kind of just go with the flow here this upcoming year, but I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's gonna be good. So anyways, what with having a life again, which is so foreign to me, I kind of thought it'd be fun to have an area to write down different things that are going on. So this first section is for concerts. My boyfriend and I love to go to concerts. I think we've been to like 10 of them since I moved back around August of this year, so we love going to those. We've been to some games. We did a few baseball games over the summer, and we've gone to a few hockey games, which are my favorite. Neither of us are super into sports, but it's just always fun to kind of go out and see a game every now and then. I also have an area for restaurants that we visit, because those are just fun. It's great to get to explore different restaurants in your neighborhood and where you live. And then I just have a spot for events and travel as well, because always good to jot that stuff down. Always tons of memories there. So I thought these pages would just be cute to reflect on after the year and in years going forward, just to have that on hand and kind of see 2026 in a little capsule of sorts. So these are the final pages already, if you can believe it. This page is going to be set up very similar to the last page, where there will be 4 different quadrants. And these ones are going to focus around different art and content ideas. And I finally found a spot for this sticker. This one is my favorite, the little flower with the washi tape on it. I don't know why it took so long for me to find a spot for it, but finally, here we are on the last page. These stickers are just so cute overall. I have so many left, so I don't know, what do you guys do with the rest of your roll of stickers? Because I could probably make like 4 more yearly spreads out of all these, but... And I also have like a huge collection of cat washi tape stickers from last year's setup, so let me know what you guys do with your extra washi tape and PET tape, because, you know, it kind of seems a shame to just use it once and then have these rolls of beautiful designs just sitting in their cute little drawers off to the side. So I'm filling out these last boxes with this dark blue color, since I used the mauve color on the previous page, and I really liked the colored outlines for these pages. Like I said, I don't really use the darker colors of my Tombow collection very often, which is a shame because there's so many beautiful ones, and maybe I'll branch out in the future and use more darker colors, but I'm just so in love with my pastel colors, it's just hard for me to break away from them. Alright, so I've drawn in the 4 boxes here, and this top one is going to be for different drawing ideas that I have. I really want to get back into my drawing practice. I was doing so well at it for a while and then things got busy, and I feel like that's always one of the first things to go, which it really shouldn't be because it brings me so much joy that I really just need to stay more consistent with it. I also have an area for art and classes, and what I mean by that is kind of just different art styles. Like, I really love the look of alcohol markers, and then when the artists come in and they add colored pencil to it or make like a multicolored outline with the colored pencils, I just think that's so beautiful, and I definitely like really want to learn how to do that next. And then I just have like endless Skillshare and Peggy Dean courses and so many courses that I just need to watch. So that's what that list is for. I have the bujo area, which will be for different theme ideas, and then of course an area video for YouTube content, because I think it'd be fun to do some behind the scenes of like how I make a sticker sheet or how I set up my bullet journal pages with all the way from sketch to completion. So that is kind of the idea behind that page. So yeah, let me show you the final flip through of all of these pages. I had so much fun with this theme, and I did succeed in picking a color palette that I really enjoyed. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this setup. I hope it's fun and easy for you, maybe give you a little inspiration for your upcoming journal. And let me know what kind of themes or color palettes you guys are using in your 2026 bullet journal if you're creating one. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again in another video.